Yeah, I know.
And for my $5 patron shoutouts for the month of September, AX13, Charles DOOLEY, Damien the Human, Frank Barone, Hunter Bursch, Isaac Herrera, John Paul Meyer, Julian Tavares, Light Rapid, Robin Nunez, Samuel, Tack. Thank you all for your added support. All of you are super, just saying.
Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade is back with another episode of Would That Work Out? The series where I use my knowledge of personal training and exercise science to analyze how effective a fictional character's routine would be if attempted in real life. And today we look at a man who absorbs the testosterone of any male he walks in the room with, Yujiro Hanma from Baki the Grappler.
And try not to wet yourself.
And again, I have to say this in every Baki video. If you've only seen the Netflix Baki, it starts at season 3. You need to watch the original first 2 seasons of Baki, season 1 and season 2, to cure your LOBS syndrome. Alright? Lack of Baki season 1 and 2. Don't be one of those people who's like, oh, I've seen everything of Baki, but not be able to see those. So just remember that. Keep that in mind.
Now, Yujiro Hanma, the father of the titular Baki Hanma, is one of the most intimidating, ferocious fighters in fiction. In his series, at least. But how plausible would his training be for a normal person?
You're dead. Video over. Still here? Okay, fine. Let's go over this a bit more.
Now, I've covered his son Baki's training in the past before in depth, so you can watch that after this. Matter of fact, hit that bell icon and subscribe. I know I've covered at least one of your favorite series before on this channel. But for Yujiro, besides being the master of the pee-pee training, as this hilarious man would say, let's go back to the Rugrat days of this demon. Now, when Yujiro decided to be born, yes, you heard that right, Baki series is crazy, yo.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
He was born with a hard body, which indicates he was probably born with myostatin-related muscular hypertrophy. Now, I've done an entire video in depth explaining what myostatin-related muscular hypertrophy is and how it works scientifically, which I will link right here so you can watch it after this. But to sum it up briefly, it's a disorder which I use lightly because it allows the affected individual with the rare condition to naturally have reduced body fat and increased muscle size, and affected individuals have up to twice the usual amount of muscle mass in their bodies, but also have increased muscle strength, making them stronger than the average person.
Wow, what a disorder.
Though, to be fair, the only issues people who have this condition have are some tight muscles at times, and if they're in a situation where they needed more body fat to keep warm or food for nourishment because of the extra lean tissue they're carrying around, they'd be in a little bit of predicament. But if you're like Yujiro here, you'll find a way, because if not,
he was weak.
So this actually plays an integral role to Yujiro's training growing up, because it explains why he has such a natural advantage over everyone he meets. And also, like, when you think about it, Yujiro is very beast-like, and when you see certain animals in the wild, like, you see how freaking buff they are. Like, have you ever seen a tiger's muscles? Look at these tiger's muscles. Absolutely insane. Look at a freaking chimpanzee's muscles. Absolutely insane, just from their activity levels and what they do and their diets and all that stuff. So I would not think it would be too crazy for Yujiro, especially with this disease in the wild, doing that to build up a body the way he does, just because he's just so naturally gifted in those ways, and also is a very hard worker.
His body naturally would grow even without doing standard strength training, as long as he was eating enough. And so it benefited his workouts greatly.
Go ahead, think of one. No, he did that. No, he's a complete beast of that. What was that one? Really? No, actually, I'm completely surprised he's actually a master of that too. It's completely insane. If you read the chapter.
Though growing up, Yujiro's training primarily consisted of specifically fighting a variety of opponents and creatures, and fighting is a phenomenal workout for increasing your cardiovascular conditioning. It can help you build strong abdominal muscles, shoulders, quadriceps, and of course,
Baby got ballet feet with the open
depending on what type of fight you're getting into. Now, when Yujiro was 16, he was already so adept at fighting, he wanted to test his ability by going to various war zones, where you could imagine how much that boosted this enormously powerful motherfucker's skills. With regular fighting, you learn very useful tools like proper timing, distance for attacking, and how to take a punch. For Yujiro, that means dodging bullets, bombs and traps, fighting well-trained soldiers, and just bodying everything in his path for fun.
The more I go on with this video, the more I realize how silly that title was. But I digress.
Through years of combat and being blessed with better than average genetics, Yujiro's body progressed to this chiseled masterpiece of perfection. And I talked in depth about Yujiro's demon back here, so check that out after this. So this far in the video, you're probably thinking, there's nothing much to learn here, because Yujiro is designed to be a top-tier demigod of gains. But the most important thing I think we need to remember is it isn't just the physique that makes Yujiro so formidable, it's his brain and his mindset. Yujiro knows he's the best, he knows he's the strongest, and nothing on this planet has proven to him otherwise because he is constantly pushing himself to grow stronger on a daily basis. Matter of fact, every time we see not only Yujiro but Baki as well, they are always stronger than their past self. They don't stagnate anymore and just keep growing in power from their consistent grind. And there's actually scientific facts for how this mental training can help you out. Through mental visualization. You see, when you put in hard work daily and visualize yourself becoming the best version of yourself, it does more than make you feel good, it actually improves quite a few things. Your confidence in yourself goes up because you believe you can accomplish what it is you set out to achieve. The spark that lights motivation in you evolves into discipline so that you stay marching towards your goal no matter what. The visualization itself greatly improves your focus of the vision you want to pull off for yourself. Your movements will improve as you see yourself doing hundreds of thousands of different patterns to see what would efficiently bring forth your goal. It will help you to increase your strength as you figure what is most important muscle-wise for the goal you want to attain, and even allowing you to strengthen without even touching a weight. To learn more about that specific thing, which is very interesting, watch my video on Specs imagination training he did while he was in a coma. And visualization helps you rewire your brain and bring about epigenetic changes in the body.
And for those of you who don't know what epigenetics is, it's just a fancy way of saying how your behavior and environment can cause changes that affect how your genes work. Which boosts Yujiro even more. Yeah, I don't care who it is, but can one of y'all please go humble this motherfucker?
A lot of real-life athletes actually use this concept to improve for their sports. Some of the GOATs like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Mike Tyson, past Conor McGregor, damn shame, and many more all use this to get to the top of their game. You see, in your brain, we have a part called the reticular activating system, which selects what will be noticed and given attention to on a daily basis. When you train this system with visualization, it allows you to focus and notice important information and sequences during competitions, and all of this combined with physical prowess can make you into a legitimate beast. Now, there are some caveats to this, as if you get too confident and start slacking on your training because of all the visualization, you can start to get humbled by foes pretty quickly. But again, on the flip side, seeing how many ways you can fail can also help you, as prepping for the worst and succeeding can boost your confidence and take off that added mental pressure. Though it all depends on you as a person. If you are a person who's like, oh, I know once I'm at the top, I'm going to start losing my edge because I'm just going to take things easy, then yeah, this isn't going to work for you because you're going to eventually slack. But if you use this to your advantage and still grind, then you can improve consistently. But all in all, would Yujiro Hanma's training work in real life? No. The visualization and strength training on a toned down basis over the years most definitely can boost your physical and mental strength attributes, but going out in the wild trying to fight polar bears and body the whole world to make them have a peace treaty with you, all because of your bare hands, more than likely ain't happening anytime soon. Well, not until we evolve.
Well, dudes and dudettes, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you learned some. Be sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe, and if you made it this far, type UG Rose down below. It lets me know who made it this far, and again, I am only 9,000 subscribers away from hitting freaking 500,000 subscribers, so please share your energy with me. Share this video, like the video, leave a comment down below, hit that like button, all that stuff. Like, tell me what you thought of the video, and then tell me what is your favorite Yujiro fight in the series. I think that is just super cool, and who would you like to see Yujiro fight in fiction, and who would you honestly like to see, like, humble Yujiro if it ever came to that. Like, I think that would just be super cool, especially for people who've read the manga. But super hyped for the new season coming out, and be sure to check on those seasons 1 and 2 if you haven't already. But like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, don't forget, Momentai. Now go clear your LLBS.
Okay, so I gotta add this as like a post-stinger like video or something like that, because I just noticed it after watching the G5 horse movie again, because horses, yeah. But anyways, I'm scrolling Netflix, and here's Baki, nothing new. But then you scroll down and you see Baki Hanma. Oh, and horses. And so for years, y'all know I've been saying, because, you know, like Netflix Baki, again, I always say it, I've said it several times over the video, it's tiring at this point, that the Netflix Baki starts at season 3, and it was just called Baki, so I was just like, oh, they're bringing it back for season 3. But now, what I'm seeing is they're pulling what the manga does, because the manga has different variations of Baki, you know, like there's like Baki, Grappler Baki, Baki by itself, Son of Ogre, all that stuff. They have like different titles of Baki, but it's still the same story. It's still the same story as Baki. So I guess Netflix did that too. But like, again, it's funny to me. So I guess those first two seasons, by the way, like those first two seasons, Baki the Grappler, those first two seasons are still very much like the first two seasons of Baki, like they are. And Netflix Baki starts to season 3, but it does make sense now that they're kind of doing what the anime does, especially with the new show being called Baki Hanma, because it's like, blah, blah. But I'm saying this again to all the people out there who don't know Baki. They're like, oh, do I watch Baki first or Baki Hanma and all this stuff? And it's just this stupid titling thing. Like, it's just like, bruh, you didn't, I know what you're going for, Netflix, and a part of me is like, I appreciate it, because you're going by like the manga. So like the original series that came out in 2001 is like, oh, that's Baki the Grappler. Oh, we have Baki now. And then we have Baki Hanma. So it's like, okay, that fits. It tracks, I guess. But yeah, I really, it shook me for a second. I was just like, okay, yeah, so this is Baki, this, and I always say that. But yeah, so now it's going to be a whole nother thing when people are like, oh, should I watch this or this? But whatever, I can't tell if I'm impressed or like upset, because I know the original Baki the Grappler is by Funimation. The original Baki the Grappler is by Funimation, and so like they don't have the rights for it. That's why the voices are different and all that jazz. But yeah, I just woke up, I saw that, and I was just like, bruh, okay. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. Keep calm, booyah on. Don't forget Momentai, Kill, Krieger, LOBS 1 and 2 syndrome, because Netflix is making it more confusing. But I'm kind of impressed, to be honest. But all right, watch any of these other videos. Month of Halloween starts in October. So for people, that's season 6. We're on season 6 now. So don't forget that. All right, keep calm, booyah on. Don't forget Momentai. Peace.